Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Hellblade. It's a very short episode. I just wanted to go over the things we missed, which are the lore stones. There's a few of them. So, in Valraven's place, in this area where you've got to duck under the thing, there's a door here. And I remember wondering what that door was for, and I never explored it. But here's why you should have explored it, and why we should have explored it. And by we, I mean me, because I'm dumb. Anyways, you go through, you unlock the door, and if you go back and force the scene to shift so that the wall is there, the wall is still up on this left side. Now I remember wondering what I could do, especially with this beam that was up here, because I was very confused by it. It didn't seem to lead anywhere. Well, when the walls are back up in this shifted part of the world, there is a plank across, and on the other side we can very clearly see the lore stone that we missed. So here's what Druth has to say.
The Northmen say that Odin is always in search of knowledge and wisdom and magic. There was a very wise being named Mimir, who guarded the waters of wisdom which flow from the roots of the World Tree. Odin wished to drink from this spring, but he had to pay a price. So he gouged out his own eye as offering to Mimir. He drank from the well and traded one way of seeing.
Yeah, it's interesting stuff about Mimir. I've already forgotten most of it since this beginning, but anyways. In the next area, very simple one to miss, you just go to the right here and into this grassy field area. There's a lore stone right behind there. I can't believe I missed it. I guess I just never turned around to look. Always turn around in games.
The Northmen say that Odin has two ravens. Their names are Thought and Memory, and each day he sends them out to fly all across the world. Upon their return, they perch on his shoulders and tell him everything they've seen and heard. In this way, he learns of things far and wide, and for this reason, he is called the Raven God.
I got a little overzealous and I went ahead before he finished speaking, but you at least get the subtitles there. If you go too far from the lore stones, I learned that they do in fact just stop playing, so don't do that. Anyways, in Surt's area, just after you pass under the bridge and you're going to that sacrifice area, we never went right, and we should have, because to the right, very simply, there is a lore stone here waiting for us. Again, don't walk away too far from it if you want to hear stuff.
The Northmen say that what we see as a rainbow is the bridge that goes from the world of men to the world of the gods. For now, they say the frost giants and the mountain giants cannot cross it. But they say that when Ragnarok comes, not a thing in this world will be safe. The rainbow bridge will break under the onslaught of the fire giants riding on flaming steeds. Senua, I have seen the fire of Surt spread far and wide, and to our lands. Ragnarok is coming.
Well, not if we can help it, Druth. Not if we can help it. Although we don't really stop Ragnarok, we learned that. The next two that we missed are in the labyrinth area, which makes them so difficult to find. But this is a very beginning room. I will tell you how. First, you go left from the first beginning room, and from there, after you light this torch, of course, to help yourself get your bearings, you go left again. And I don't know how we missed this one. I think it's because we immediately dismissed it as the wrong way, or maybe I just didn't look. But if you go behind this rock... I tried to light the sconce here and then I couldn't. Behind this rock, it's there. Maybe I just didn't look behind the rock, I think.
Within the burial mound, Hervor calls on her father to wake from death and bring her his sword. She says that it is not seemly for the dead in their grave mounds to bear valuable weapons. Her father answers with words of warning. You go to your doom. Baleful runes surround you. You have gone mad. You have lost your mind. Your thoughts are confused. It is dangerous to wake the dead. Like I said, she reminds me of you.
Creepy, but I guess thoughtful in a way. Anyways, the next one is easier to explain from the end there. As you saw, that was where you crawl underneath the rock, so we're going to go backwards from there. It's easier for me to show you. So, from there, of course, we have to walk painstakingly because we can't sprint in this area. If you were to go left from the area directly before it, and then left... No, it's not left one more time. I'll know as soon as the video catches up. Aha, so, as we can see, we go left, then right here, because it's the wrong way to go. You see there's that closed off area to the left. And then I dismissed this area to the right because there was a torch before, and I thought that we had already been there. That's wrong. We have not been in this area, and it is in fact next to the last lore stone.
That's not Dillian. That doesn't sound...
Herva ignores her father's warnings. The grave mound opens, and it seems to be full of fire. Again, Herva demands her inheritance. But her father warns her that the sword is cursed and would be the bane of her family. But he relents and brings her the sword. She leaves the island with it, but the curse holds true, and death would follow in the years to come. And so, Senua, the misdeeds of a father have cursed his daughter.
And there it is. So this is all of them, right? Wrong! I found a weird lore stone in the very last area in the domain right before you go through for the final fight, where you're taking, putting the bridge back together. And there's just this weird rune here, which I think is supposed to be an R, because I remember activating it as the last one for this area, but it was the wrong rune. And when I activated it, nothing played. I think it's a glitch, but I don't know. Developers, if something's up, let me know. Anyways, now that we have them all, we come up to this last gate before the end, and, well, we get a little extra scene. So, thank you all for watching. This will be the last video on Hellblade. I hope you have enjoyed it. Let's get our last little scene out of the way, and I'll see you next time.
The man I was before Druth. Was a true coward, Senua. I was well-traveled. I spoke both their tongue and ours. So they took me as a slave. I thought I could help to broker peace. Or at least stay their hands from slaughter. But under torture, I did no such thing. I led them to the treasures and slaves they sought. But I wasn't the only one. Another came to the Northmen willingly, offering a bargain, a man in black from your lands. And he was offered safe passage for his treason. In the end, Senua, it isn't the gods that cause us so much suffering, but those closest to us.
I'm here for Dillian.
So I think what that ending scene is supposed to mean is that her father actually defected to the Norsemen from the Celts and, led to the slaughter of the village, which was a big part of the ending there. There's my Facebook Messenger still on. So I think that little last bit is her wrestling with whether or not to go after her father or go for Dillian, but of course she chooses to go for Dillian. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.